Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we have first edition Elestrals, blisters, and a booster box to open. Let's go. Hey everyone, Escaped Alien here. Today we have the Elestrals base set. This time first edition. It's going to be my first experience opening Elestrals first edition base set. I've opened plenty of Kickstarter product, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how the cardstock has changed, the hollowing is done. I know there's a few new arts in here, a few different hollows, but since it's my first opening, I decided I'm also going to throw in 2 blisters. So before we get into it, we got to switch to human hands. Now that's better. Okay, I think we'll save the 2 blisters for last. So if you haven't checked out Elestrals yet, highly recommend it. Probably one of the best ran indie TCGs I've seen, made by the creator aDrive. It's a pretty big PokeTuber, has about 1 million subscribers, but he's just done a great job with this game, and I've really enjoyed the community, I've really enjoyed collecting. As you can see, they took pretty great care with the design of the game. I mean, even the interior of the booster box is done, it's not just the exterior. You have the nice hollowing on the exterior, but the interior is also finished. Okay, so every single box gets a box topper. In the previous edition it was a Pantera, so I've not seen the box topper for first edition yet, but I know it could be a Stellar, Stellar being a serialized rare, so let's see what we get. Okay, no serialization. If you saw the serialization, it'd be down in this bottom area, but it's a beautiful Voltempest card. Very cool. Alright, so we have 36 packs in a booster box, and I know previously the packs were a bit difficult to open. Let me see if I can figure out kind of what's the trick to it. There we go. Okay. Just grab that pull tab and pull in one direction. So, cardstock's definitely different. Looks like we do have indentation at the top there. At the bottom. I doubt that's indicative to every pack, but let's see. And the card quality does feel better. So I was totally fine with the Kickstarter cardstock, but this does kind of, it's still thick. It's a lot thicker than most TCGs, but it does have a little more flex to it. Alright, so we have Jolton, Tadpuff, Sluggle, Tadpuff, Sluggle, Estrabit, Signectric, Sparkit, and a full hollow Leonite. Yeah, the hollowing definitely looks solid. It's a great start. And then Lycoris. So in Elestrals, if you've never looked into it, your life is also your resources. I know a lot of people seem to kind of have a problem with that, but in my experience in gameplay, it actually makes for a very calculated game. And it's not too difficult in the way that you can, you know, I know technically if you use too many of your resources you can take yourself out, but there's plenty of ways around that. Rummagem, Golden Apple of Discord, Atlantis, P-Gust, Elechic, Galexia, Boombat, Lycavolt. Oh wow. So this is going to be an alt art. So when you get a spirit card, it's going to have, as a perfect example actually. So typically how the Kickstarter worked was you got 1 alt art per box as far as the spirit goes, so it's going to be just an alternative artwork, but it's going to be in hollow. So that's a great hit there. Smoltuga, Elechic, P-Gus, Atlantis, Golden Apple of Discord, Peliquarius, Foamy, Ivory, and Hephaestus. So that's going to be our full art of the box. At least in Kickstarter edition, you only also got 1 full art in an entire booster box, so it looks like I hit mine early. But unless we get a Stellar, I'm assuming that's going to be our main hit of the box. But who knows, I might get surprised. Not sure, I haven't watched too many openings of first edition. Mormite, Scout, Drataya, Krakid, Veritaqua, Scavengem, Shield of Achilles, Necklace of Harmonia, a full hollow Stratamoth. Beautiful card. And Zaptor. I haven't watched too many openings of first edition, so I don't know, how variable it is when it comes to your full art and alt arts, but we'll see from experience. Smoltuga, Roarmite, Urscout, Ursmog, Krakid, Titanostalk, Barabog, Sakusar, Gadabolt, nice, full hollow Gadabolt, and Vipyro. I don't know. It doesn't want to open very well. That side. Huh. A little bit of a tougher pack here for me. Man. Well, it made me fight for it. Opened weird too. Looks like the foil came off the plastic insert. Okay. Nimbug, Ampup, Typhlant, Strataya, Urscout, Kindleo, Waspire, Blazerus, a full hollow Krakatuga, and Zaptor. Looks like we're hitting a lot of hollows early on here. Typhlant, Ignector, Necruff, Golden Apple of Discord, Atlantis, Astrabit, Signectric, Sparkit, a full hollow, and Phoenix. It's definitely one of my favorite cards. Very beautiful artwork. Leviathan. Jolton, Folio Forest, Island of Aeolia, excuse me, Quackle, Veritaqua, man, I cannot pronounce these, Kindleo, Cinder, Blobby, a full hollow Circle the Sky, and Teratlas. So in this release, it looks like Elestrals plans on releasing accessories for just about every set. I haven't had the opportunity to get some of the new play mats, and they're also coming out with deck boxes, which they look fantastic. The quality is great, and they also came out with cases, I believe a few other things. Let's see if I remember. Ignector, Necruff, Helios Chariot Ride, Quackle, Sorlet, Necklace of Harmonia, Tornado, Bag of Winds, a full hollow Exaltair, and Lycoris. Oh yeah, and they also are doing binders for every set, so makes it really nice to collect when you already have a labeled theme binder. Sorlet, Quackle, Veritaqua, Ampup, Nimbug, Peliquarius, Carrion, Rhysaur, a full hollow Rise from the Ashes, and a Lycoris. Definitely a lot of hollows. Got our two main hits and a lot of hollows, so hopefully the last half of the box isn't going to be non-hollows, but we'll see. Smoltuga, Pigus, Telechick, Atlantis, Pigus, Trident of Poseidon, Tsunami, Thunderbolt of Zeus, Majesty, there's our first non-hollow rare, and Teratlas. Also, so far, Elestrals tends to be fairly, not easy necessarily, but simple in the way that it's not complex with a bunch of different hollow patterns and stuff if you want to complete a master set. Sluggle, Earthseer, Clovey, Folio Forest, Jolton, Carrion, Chrysaor, Saracoon, Pandora's Box, Full Hollow, and Zaptor. But the numbering system's super easy to keep track of, and typically when there's a hollow, that's going to be the only version of it. So you're not going to get, non-hollow versions and reverse hollow, so pretty straightforward when completing master sets. Clovey, Charon's Obel, Golden Apple of Discord, Drops of Lathe, Jotaya, Tornado, Necklace of Harmonia, Shield of Achilles, a Foros. It's going to be a rare non-holo, and Zaptor. When Elestrals first came out, I actually completed 2 master sets with a Kickstarter. Kind of got obsessed with it. So I'm hoping eventually I can get a master set of first edition too, but we'll have to see. Elochick, Warmite, Scout, Smog, Krakid, Astrabit, Aramir, Saracoon, Falakin, and Leviathan. I would say I'm a little more excited for the next set that's coming out, Frostfall. So we got Scout, Warmite, Smoltuga, Sorlet, Quackle, Zephyrog, Galexia, Boombat, Equalinx, and Tratlas. Frostfall is going to be the first set in a long time that kind of changes up the gameplay meta, and we're going to see all the new art, all the new Elestrals. So Clovey, Sluggle, Urseer, Jotaya, Drops of Lathe, Globby, Thunderstorm, Bag of Wind, Spinosect, and Zaptor. I'm not sure the packs are going to be changed up. Just a little tight, kind of a little difficult to open. Island of Aeolia, Folio Forest, Jolton, Volcanic Forge, Drops of Lathe, Foamy, Ivory, Javalantis, Riceros, and Zaptor. Smog, Rummagem, Golden Apple of Discord, Jolton, Folio Forest, Rifuse, Sakurasaur, Barabog, Majursa, and Tratlas. Clovey, Urseer, Sluggle, Charon's Obel, Mount Olympus, Astrabit, Aramir, Saracoon, Eloquence, and Lapyro. Sorlet, Mount Olympus, Charon's Obel, Sorlet, Quackle, Tsunami, Sparkit, Signetric, Pandison, and Tratlas. Volcanic Forge, Drops of Lathe, Jotaya, Scout, Warmite, Javalantis, Ivory, Foamy, Ethereal, and Tratlas. Typhlant, Ampup, Nimbug, Typhlant, Ampup, Zephyrog, Galexia, Boombat, Majesty, and Lycris. Oh, weird. That pack was not sealed. Kind of unusual. Drops of Lathe, Jotaya, Scout, Helios Chariot Ride, Island of Aeolia, Shield of Achilles, Scravagen, Spynymph, Glidesdale, and Lycris. Okay, another pack that wasn't sealed. Looks like they're like partially sealed. Krakid, Veritaqua, Quackle, Veritaqua, Krakid, Eruption, Trident of Poseidon, Thunderbolt of Zeus, Glidesdale, and Lycris. You notice that there is some repetition. I know that's something that's being addressed in the future sets, so Hopefully we won't see too much of that. And Frostfall on. Not too worried about it if it's like the common cards. Nimbug, Volcanic Forge, Drops of Lathe, Folio Forest, Jolton, Shield of Achilles, Scravagem, Spy Nymph, Sepulchral, and Leviathan. Why don't we just throw a giveaway question in right here? So the back of the card represents spirits. So why don't you tell me how many spirits are in Elestrals? That means counting these little stones. Go ahead and put it in the comments to enter the giveaway. Island of Aeolia, Helios Chariot Ride, Nekruff, Urseal, Clovey, Cinder, Globby, Thunderstorm, Majursa, and Teratlis. Okay, another partially sealed pack. Ursmog, Krakid, Veritaqua, Tadpuff, Sluggle, Cinder, Globby, Thunderstorm, Crackping, and Leviathan. Folio Forest, Jolton, Tadpuff, Urseer, Sluggle, Aspire, Lazarus, Titanostock, and a Full Hollow Nectar of the Gods. It's a great card for play. Teratlis. Alright. Another partially unsealed pack here. Rummagem, Ursmog, Krakid, Volcanic Forge, Nimbug, Thunderbolt of Zeus, Sparkit, Subnectric, Majursa, and Leviathan. So one thing is, if you ever notice any kind of quality control issues in the game of Elestrals, it's always publicly addressed, it's always acknowledged. They don't try to ignore it or, you know, kind of sweep it under the rug. So you always see improvements as the game goes on, and I really appreciate that. Atlantis, Rummagem, Golden Apple of Discord, Volcanic Forge, Nimbug, Javalantis, Zephyrog, Boombat, Tectaurus, and Vapyro. Always okay, especially with indie TCGs as they're figuring things out, you know, kind of having... Yeah, I think the expectation should be that a few things aren't going to exactly always go right away, you know, but I think as long as they acknowledge it, they're transparent about what they're working on and their plans to improve things, then I just don't really think it's that big of an issue. Mount Olympus, Sorlet, Charon's Obol, Krakid, Ursmog, Shield of Achilles, Scravagem, Spy Nymph, Glidesdale, and Leviathan. Sorlet, Quackle, Veritaqua, Pigus, Atlantis, Kindleo, Waspire, Lazarus, Full Hollow Voltempest, nice, and Lycaris. Urseer, Sluggle, Tadpuff, Elechik, Smoltuga, Foamy, Ivory, Javalantis, Rhyceros, and Teratlis. Okay, last, oh wow, that one was fully open. Yeah, it's kind of a weird box, huh? Helios Chariot Ride, Nekruff, Nectar, Rummagem, Golden Apple of Discord, Lycavolt, Griffuse, Sarah Sakaros, I'm not gonna even try with that one anymore. Falcon, Leviathan. I'll figure out how to say that card eventually. Come on. Man. kind of funny how some of the packs are like a little bit open, and some of the packs are just a pain to get open. Most of them go pretty smooth, but some of them, I swear, it's like you need a set of pliers. Let's try the rip tab. Let's try to do it without damaging any of the cards here. Alright, there we go, making progress. Looks like I did bend some of the commons, but oh well. Scout, Ormite, Atlantis, Quackle, Veritaqua, Foamy, Ivory, Javalantis, Spinosect, and Zaptor. No rares in there, so no worries. Okay, last pack for the booster box. And we get a Stellar. See, that pack opened just fine. Alright, Jotaya, Drops of Lathe, Volcanic Forge, Sluggle, Earthseer, Waspire, Blazerus, Titanostock, and a Station. Not a Stellar, but one of my favorite cards for sure. It's a Dapper Crustacean Mustache and Teratlus. Alright, let's get into these two blisters real quick. So, blisters for Elestrals always come with an alt art promo. And what I really like about Elestrals, all the promo cards are labeled, they start with PR. So most of the sets start with whatever their base set code is. So in this case, you're going to have it as BS1, base set 1. And the promo cards, they're going to be PR. But what's cool about the promos is that no matter what set they're from, they're PR, and then they just continue on where the last set left off. So it'll be really easy to keep track of all the promos. Some games kind of go crazy with promos. Cough, cough, MetaZoo. And it's hard to fully gauge how many promos are out there. But not for Elestrals, it's very easy. Alright, so we have a beautiful Ambrosia alt art here. Very nice. Do the packs after I open both the blisters. I don't think I'm going to go overly crazy when it comes to first edition and buying blisters. Did for Kickstarter. There's always those kind of changes in odds when you open blisters versus boosters. So instead of like having a consistent, oh, I might get, you know, one alt art and one full art, you know, you have the chance of getting possibly more, possibly less. So it feels a little more like gambling. There is our Nectar of the Gods. Very cool to see it. Different kind of chalice, different color liquid coming out. For sure needed one of each of those promos. Okay, so here is our two blister packs. Nice open there. Golden Apple of Discord, Rummagem, Ursmog, Quackle, Veritaqua, Ivory, Javalantis, Zephyrog, Equalinx. And last pack of this opening. Smoltuga, Warmite, Scout, Earthseer, Clovey, Blazerus, Titanostock, Waspire, and oh nice, an alt art Zaptor. That's a great hit for a blister. Stoked on that. Okay, so why don't we go over our hits. So we have our two promo cards there. The Ambrosia and the Nectar of the Gods. Mustache, Voltempest, Nectar of the Gods, Pandora's Box, Rise from the Ashes, Exaltair, Circle the Sky, Amphiorix, Rakatuga, Gatabolt, Stratamoth, and Leonite. So we know... Alright, let's count how many of the full hollows that we got from that booster box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got 12 hollows there. We know the Zaptor came from a blister, so we'll put that aside. but Leviathan was from the booster box, and our full art was Hephaestus. So 12 holos, 1 alt art, 1 full art, bunch of regular rares. You're supposed to get a rare per pack, so that could either be the holo or a non-holo rare. And then got lucky getting that alt art Scepter. But very stoked on Elestrals. A little bit of a weird box. It looked like most of our holos were at the top, along with our full art and our alt art, but that's okay. That's how that's how TCGs are, right? You get variances. But make sure to go ahead and comment that giveaway question. If you missed it, you're going to have to go back and find it. But always appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate it if you want to leave me a like and a comment. This has been Escaped Alien. I'll see you in the next Elestrals video. Peace.